back.
So, Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender. The live-action adaptation based off the cartoon of the same name, which debuted almost 20 years ago. Jesus. Netflix doesn't really have a good track record, which is very surprising to how One Piece turned out. But that's because Oda Sensei being heavily involved in the production of it. But I hope with the success of One Piece, this will guide Netflix into the right direction of live-action shows. Or, they can just keep wasting money and canceling shows after one season. Only one way to find out, right? Anyway, episode 1. I gotta admit, it starts off pretty exciting. Taking place in the past, an airbender being chased by some Fire Nation soldiers. Seems like he stole some intel for the upcoming war. 5 minutes in, and this sequence already looked better than the movie. Granted, it's not a high bar to clear. I mean, the bar is so low that it's not even a bar. It's just like chalk drawing on the ground. So far, the bending looks amazing. Well, mostly. We get to watch it soon. But the jagged rocks ripping from the ground, pretty impressive. And the fire bending looks pretty hot. In the next scene, we learn that this is all part of Fire Lord Zozen's grand scheme. He wanted the intel to be leaked, so when all the other nations help in the Earth Kingdom, it'd be much easier to attack the Air Nation.
This is about one who lives among them, the only one who could possibly stand in our way.
But the Avatar is yet to be revealed.
Which is why we have to kill them all.
Which, coincidentally, they're all at one place. So you finally see Aang. He is currently hanging out with Monkey Gyatso. So far, he is teaching him an important lesson about foreshadowing. Later on, Gyatso is arguing with the other air masters about it might not be the best idea to send a 12-year-old to train for war that's coming up. Of course, Aang finds out, and after a very awkward talk with Appa, he decides to take a ride to get some fresh air. Wait, coincidentally, the Fire Nation attacks. I didn't think they'd go this hard. No, really, the fight is really impressive. Like, the airbenders are doing a pretty decent job holding their own, but you can see that the Fire Nation is slowly overwhelming them. Anyway, so Monkey Gyatso is showing us all why he called Top G. And he takes on a group of Fire Nation soldiers. And he's holding his own pretty well, until Fire Lord Zoden comes in with his best impression of Scorpion. Okay, all those questions, actually which bending style do you like to have? Well, I usually pick air because, I thought it was the coolest, but if you tell me I can walk into a room like Endeavor anytime I want, yeah, I'm going with fire. So Zoden overpowered Gyatso while saying this bar.
But not when we have the power of the comet.
What was Aang doing this whole time? Oh, that's right. Cut to the present. We see 2 people on a boat stumbling to where Aang was frozen. Well, technically, we cut to Katara doing some weak-ass warbending, but I digress. But like hitting a checkpoint, Aang just breaks out of it with no interference by the siblings. So back at the village, Aang wakes up and, the next scene is pretty weird. You see the grandma is explaining what happened in the past, and Aang just sitting there listening. And I'm like, I have no problem with that. The problem is she just retelling the opening.
Earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Like, how does she know all this? This is all very detailed information. So the Fire Nation pulls up and the rest of the village finds out that Aang is the Avatar.
Aren't you? You are the Avatar.
All your lines have been nothing but exposition. In order to keep the village safe, Aang agrees to go with the Fire Nation, which doesn't really last long because he escapes almost immediately, not before doing some light thievery. Once outside, Aang glides away but is quickly shot down by the Fire Nation, but is quickly saved by Appa. Oh my god, Katara actually did something. With no other option, they decide to head to the Southern Air Temple, which might have not been the best choice. Because Grandma was right, the Fire Nation did take out all the air nomads. And because of this, Aang crashes out and enters the Avatar state. But it's no problem. All he has to do is remember his top G, and he's back to normal. So, after that kerfuffle, the episode ends with them planning their next move. Right before Aang gives a speech that they will most definitely use for the trailer. And so that's it. First episode down. And you know what? It was alright. It was aggressively fine. Visually, it was really good. The bending was on point, earth looked great, fire looked great, air was great. Yeah, they need to work on the water. It looks, I'm just assuming that it's really hard to animate water, but the acting, it was pretty good. I have no complaints really. Well, except for Zuko was pretty on point. He just seemed to be really into air nomad culture. Uncle Aro, he was alright. Sokka and Katara, they were there. So yeah, that's mostly it for episode 1. Like I said, it was pretty alright. But yeah, bye.